So within Welsh Water 2050, we recognise the importance of safeguarding clean drinking water through catchment management. We are beginning to understand what is required in terms of the science of land management, but one of the critical things for us is always about collaboration and working with others. This isn't something that we can deliver on our own. We own less than 5% of our catchment area, and we're going to need to work with a huge range of partners. And that involves making sure that we take an evidence-based approach, that they have confidence in what we're asking them to do.
The conference has been a great opportunity to work with colleagues from the Catskills there, the public water supply for New York, who've been at this for 20 years. They've learned a lot of lessons about, in practice, how do you work with communities, working in partnership, practical examples that we can draw on, and also, just that ethos of working together towards a common goal.
New York City's drinking water supply supplies water to about 9.5 million people in New York. And one of the things that makes New York City's water supply unique is that it's an unfiltered water supply. But in order to remain unfiltered, we have to meet some very high criteria for protecting water at its source. This allows New York City to avoid having to build a $12 billion filtration plant. So we have a very big incentive to make sure that we are protecting water at its source. And in order to protect water at its source, we have to work with a whole array of partners in our catchment area, from farmers to local communities to fishing experts and forestry experts, to make sure that what happens on the land is compatible with protecting the quality of the water that ends up in New York City's reservoirs.
We recognise the importance of collaboration, but what we want to do is make sure that collaboration is sustainable in the long term. So I think we can achieve that by building really strong relationships, by understanding people's motivations and their needs really early on, and ensuring that whatever we do, whatever systems we build, whatever catchment management programmes we build their needs and their understanding into those programmes.
Partnership working is definitely the way to achieve more. I've seen it firsthand that if you can develop a trusting relationship with people that have an influence on the catchment, you can make a real difference to working together and hopefully achieve the aim of reducing the burden on treatment, which is what Welsh Water are trying to do with their catchment management initiative. Using less treatment chemicals and less energy, got to make sense.
One of the priority objectives in our new corporate plan is to ensure that land and water in Wales is sustainably managed. Clearly we need a strong evidence base to underpin the decisions we make.
So the next steps for WaterSource now are really building on the success of what we've achieved so far. So we've started small, we've had some really successful pilots in terms of land management, we've demonstrated that we can engage, we've learned a lot from that about how people are motivated. We're also going to build on the research that we've been undertaking. So we've made some real strides forward in understanding things like taste and odour, cryptosporidium, the mechanics of our catchments, and I think that's given us a really good foundation now to build on for the future.